the master of the bullwhip, Dutch Mantell, getting set to move out against Rick Rude. Rick Rude, the newly crowned Southern heavyweight champion, in a highly controversial situation last week with Pistol Pez Watley. But it's Mantell against Rude, one fall, 10-minute time limit. And you talk about two fire eaters, we've got them here.
Well, I'll tell you, Rick Rude is really going to have his hands full with a man like Dutch Mantell. Dutch Mantell is just double tough. If you want to wrestle, he can wrestle. If you want to have a barroom brawl type situation, Dutch Mantell is right there. There he goes there with an arm drag takedown. And looks like Rick Rude is just sliding out to go around. Oh, and here comes Percy Pringle, the boss man, complaining to the referee, saying he had pulled the tights, which of course he didn't. Now this Rick Rude has quite an impressive physique on him, a very powerfully built athlete. You can tell that this man is constantly in training, and under the direction of the boss man, you can be sure that he trains all the time. Has a little bit of advice there from the boss man. Let's see what his new tactics might be against Dutch Mantell.
Rude, of course, former professional arm wrestling champion, is originally out of Robbinsdale, Minnesota, now makes his home in Beverly Hills, California. Extremely powerful. No avoirdupois on this man. He is lean and mean and is ready to give Dutch Mantell all... Mantell! Good reversal. Couple of quick spin unders by Dutch Mantell on Rick Rude.
Well, I noticed Dutch Mantell is keeping his eye on the boss man, not knowing exactly what to expect. Sometimes the outside man, such as the manager, can have an intimidating effect on the man in the ring. Knowing there is that extra person there, you have to keep an eye on them as well, never knowing what he might do. But right now, Dutch Mantell has the situation pretty well in hand with his arm bar on Rick Rude. Well, there's Rick Rude going for a body slam, but Dutch Mantell hanging on to that arm bar, coming up and still having that arm bar. And it looks like Percy Pringle is quite concerned about his man, Rick Rude, getting the short end of the match right now.
Mantell, of course, who has openly stated that he's looking for a championship, be it Brian Blair's Florida title, Rude's Southern title. Of course, the one title that they all seek is the NWA World title, held by the world champion Ric Flair.
Well, that was quite a series of wrestling holds and wrestling maneuvers, both men being able to very well counter the other hold. But look at the end result was that Dutch Mantell was coming out on top, and once again, Rick Rude slid out onto the floor to get some advice from his manager, the boss man.
And Rude looked a bit dispirited when he came out, complaining now to the referee, Bill Alfonso. I was having dinner with my good friend Milt Spencer and his wife Bobby this past week, and we were discussing this man Rude and the fact that he has combined his talents with that of Percy Pringle, and he's going to be a dangerous situation to contend with, and having already won that Southern title is going to make him even more dangerous.
Well, that's right. Any man that can defeat Pez Watley, regardless of how he does it, is a dangerous adversary. And it looks like right there, Dutch Mantell was able to block a hip toss that looked like Rick Rude was trying to go for. And here comes Dutch Mantell up on top again.
Excellent block by Mantell, and Rude now getting some further advice here from Pringle, and you can see Mantell becoming agitated with Pringle, although Pringle is keeping his distance. Percy Pringle, and it's Rude missing with the right hand as Mantell slipped away from it. 11 months and 27 days on the front lines of Vietnam, Dutch Mantell.
I think Dutch Mantell will want to try as best he can to stay away from the ropes on the side of Percy Pringle, not knowing exactly what he might do. See, right there is Percy Pringle trying to interfere. Just got his attention, which gave Rick Rude a chance to come back and take over on Dutch Mantell and start a little trouble for him.
a diversionary tactic, and for the moment it appears to be working. Mantell's got some problems. Rude catches him once again with that elbow. Mantell in a continuing bit of problem here. Mantell powers out before the count, however.
This Rick Rude with that big elbow on the upper back of Dutch Mantell. And that hard sling into the turnbuckle. I'll tell you, that turnbuckle is some kind of solid when you hit it full force like that. Percy Pringle now looking a little gleeful. Well, how quickly the tide can turn in professional wrestling.
Mantell delivered a boot that time. Mantell delivers another boot right at the belt line. Mantell has him set a hard, chopping right hand to the side of the head. Mantell in behind his man. High atomic knee drop on Rick Rude. Rude, the Southern champion, in trouble here. An Irish whip off the ropes. A lariat that catches him coming off the ropes. And it is Mantell in with a lateral press, but Percy Pringle keeping him occupied, keeping the ref. Wait a minute. The missing link with a series of those headbutts on Dutch Mantell. The referee calls for the bell. The referee has called for the bell. Disqualification. The missing link charges Mantell once again. Hold on. Here comes Pistol Pez Buckley exploding into the...
Well, there's Pistol Pasquale. He's on fire. Pistol Pasquale is trying to clean the house with the Rick Rude and the missing link. The missing link bailing out. It looks like it's evened up now.
We've got total bedlam and chaos breaking loose there.